fought, and you really got to compliment Wright State. They battled. We got a lead. They came right back and took it right down to the last second shot. I think Billy's done a wonderful job in his first year. The kids never gave up. They handled the ball. They shot the basketball. We had 18 turnovers, which they had a lot to do with the turnovers. I think the thing that won it for us, we felt, was our defense. And these two young men right here are the catalyst and the strength of our defense. And it was just wonderful for them to make actually the three biggest plays of the night. One was when Howard got the 5-second guarding foul, and we got a turnover off of that. That was the first really big defensive play, and then the last two came with 22 seconds and under. And Howard, Duggins is an all-conference player. He can shoot, he can drive, he's strong, he's a senior, fifth-year senior, just knows how to play. And Howard did a magnificent job at causing the turnover there. Then we get to two big free throws. Ryan hits the two big free throws. Corey hits the two big free throws. I'm sorry, Ryan hit one. And then Corey hit the one free throw, two. What? No. Two?
Corey hit two.
Corey.
Yeah.
And then Eric took over. And Evans is another senior, and Eric's defense made him take more than 6 seconds to get the ball down the floor and into the paint. So these two, the back-to-back defensive plays were the two stops, and then you throw in that 5-second call that was just key for the momentum. I thought those three defensive plays were the three that allowed us to come out on top. But you have to give a lot of credit to Wright State and the tenacity that they showed.
Howard, what were you thinking when 10 seconds to go and Duggins trying to put a move on you? Did you see him hit the ball twice? Or?
Oh, when he dribbled, he put a hand down and he kind of hesitated to put it on his hip. And the ref called carry. So, but right after the play was done, he was a great play.
He told you that?
Oh yeah, he told me great play. He's a good player. Like I said, his releases for me was the first two plays you guys saw. He just shot right open. And when Matt came in, I saw what he did, and I adjusted to what Matt did, and then I worked on the defensive end for that.
Duggan's just a class person, just shows you the respect, that players have between each other, and that was good. And I thought just another small thing in your life, but it's a big in my life. When everyone was on the floor, it was Valpo picking up Wright State and Wright State picking up Valpo, because they respected one another and the intensity that both teams played with. And I thought that was special, because a lot we don't see that anymore.
Eric, on the last play, how you have to juggle? You can't foul him there, but you can't let him pass you. How do you, in 6 seconds like that, what's going through your mind? How do you induce him into having to give up the ball in that time too?
The biggest thing was I wanted to force him off the free throw line. I knew I had help behind me, three-point line. I knew I had help behind me, and if he scores a two, we go into overtime. If he hits a three, we lose the game. And overtime is just 5 more minutes for us to go out there and play.
Did it feel like more than 6 seconds?
Oh, I felt like an eternity.
And for us too, as time went on. But and I was sharing with the players, we work hard on defense. We work hard on turning people up and down the floor, and all that work paid off for Eric and Howard, and just how they defended that 22 seconds and under.
Eric, how much of that is instinct and how much of that is scouting report in that last play?
Coming out of the timeout, Coach Bryce and the rest of the coaches said no threes, and that was the main thing that stuck in my head. And I knew the guys were behind me to help. It was either 5 more minutes to play or force me to a missed shot, and eventually time ran out.
This is something that I'm really especially pleased with our composure and being able to adjust. Thursday night, you play a very tall, very physical team. And then today we play against 5 perimeter people. They move, they shoot, they handle the basketball. And I was just very pleased that our players were able to adjust to 2 different styles in this home game on Thursday and Saturday. But 2 different styles of play, and thought our team adjusted very, very nicely.
Howard, I don't know if this is a fair question, but would you have won this game last year? With the way the defense has improved in this year, the big stops, time and time again, the offense disappeared in the second half. It really did. A 13-point lead.
Yeah, like I said, it's basically our defense. From last year to this year, our defense is definitely improved, and that's one of the most emphasis things that we've had this year. and we work hard in practice, and it definitely shows in the game, especially in the last 4 minutes, the last second.
Howard, did you think that maybe tonight was going to be you guys' night? Offensively, a lot, especially in the first half. There was a lot of fumbling around, but you still came up with the ball and, you know, found you for open layups a lot of the times. It was, the offense didn't look good, but the end result was a basket.
I mean, basically, Coach told us to move the ball around, and we had to cut harder. At halftime, he told us we need to cut harder. And once we started cutting harder, there were a lot of gaps that we were able to make passes in to make easy layups, and then in addition, back out to make easier wide open threes.
And they're very good. If you watch the ball, watch off the ball, because they've got 3 and 4 people in the lane. I mean, they really give that help side, they give that slant very much in there. It's really hard to get into the lane against them, and that's a compliment to them. And Howard found those gaps, and his shots inside were huge for us. And then Brandon hit a couple threes that gave us the lead, but then again, they came right back, you know, and scored and stopped us from getting, you know, easy baskets. But Howard's points on the inside were huge for us.
Eric, when you missed the 2 free throws down the stretch there, did you kind of feel like, you know, you had to do something on the other end to kind of atone for that?
Once I missed him, I came to the bench, and the guys were telling me, keep my head up, we're going to get you stopped, and having them support me just helped me pick my head up and go out there and make a play for the team. And Howard went out there and helped me out a little bit.
Hey, he can shoot free throws a lot better than what you've seen. You will see that yet, hopefully this year. He spends a lot of time, and his effort will be rewarded yet.
To win this game with, I think it was Johnson, Wood, and Brokoff combined for like 3 points in the last 15 minutes of this game. You see, this caliber just still pull out a weight. You know, you're always talking about the depth of this team, the depth in the defense, and that kind of illustrates right there, doesn't it?
Very much so, because they earmarked Corey. He got double-teamed when he touched the basketball. Brandon, whenever he came off screens, that guy was almost double-teaming him for a second so that he didn't have a good look or a good catch with the basketball, so they really, really highlighted. And Ryan as well, they didn't give him any looks at the three-point line. And so this is a tribute to the team. We are deep, and we find someone every game. And Howard really stepped up well, and Brandon and Corey, they worked very hard to get to the points that they had. But it's amazing. Everyone that played got a point, and that's what makes this team very, very good. Good. See you next week.